Welcome to Fueling Your Legacy, hosted by Samuel Knickerbocker. Each week, we expose the faulty foundational mindsets of the past and rebuild a new, stronger foundation essential in creating your legacy. We've got a lot of work to do, so let's get started. Welcome back to Fuel Your Legacy. Today is Monday, and I am doing a public service announcement. So I've had lots of reach out over the last the last year of my podcast. It's been fantastic, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's been a consistent listener. But there are some massive changes happening, not only in my business, but with this podcast. So over the last year, I've collected tons and tons of information from myself, from reading books, from interviewing people, and it's been fantastic. I've loved every moment of it, and now comes the time to turn that information into something that is really, really going to just kick butt and add so much more value back to those who are listening. And so, for the time being, probably indefinitely, just because I'm taking the Friday episodes, the guest episodes, to kind of up to the next level, then I am discontinuing my Monday morning podcast. I'm also going to change how I do my Wednesday book review podcasts. So I want to make sure you guys are all aware, so you don't have this unmet expectation. Let's be clear. On my Wednesday podcast, what I was doing was reading a book a week. And as I was reading a book a week, I was taking notes and implementing it in my life. And that was phenomenal. I've grown so much over the year. My business has grown. Everything has changed. A lot of things have changed in my life since then. I'm super grateful for your support in that. I hope you've been able to read some of those books as well. But we're going to discontinue that primarily and just stick to the guest podcast. And then I will put up a book review podcast as I finish a new book. So rather than doing a book a week, I'm going to slow down, take a little bit more time in each book, and spread that in with all the other things that I will be doing. But the book review podcasts are going to be just maybe one or two a month at this point. And what I'm doing is I'm going to create a book and a workbook so that now people who would like to go back and either re-listen to the podcast or read the book or whatever, they can be taking notes and kind of working alongside what was happening in the past. So all those podcasts in the back, they're going to be turned into a book and a workbook so that you guys can actually be kind of experiencing these things. The things that I've learned, one of the things that I've learned over the last year is that it's really easy for us to listen to information, but there's no way for you to really gain the information other past listening unless you're actually choosing to experience it and dive into it. So I'm trying to shift my whole business from a mentality of just sharing lots of information and lots of value. I hopefully there's been both of those, but and take it from that into how do I help you as a listener really experience what I've experienced. And so that's why I'm involving the workbook to make it a little bit more meaningful for you guys. Also, there will be blogs that are going to be going up. So it's just going to be a little bit shifting of where this information is and how you can consume it. But the Friday episodes, those are not going anywhere. They may occasionally, there may be two a week. And if there are two a week, it will always be on a Tuesday and a Friday. The Tuesday podcast may or may not happen on any given week. The Friday podcast will always happen, really just setting you up for the weekend. And if there's any changes moving forward past that, I will absolutely let you know. I want you to be prepared and ready to go. But thank you so much for all of your efforts in promoting, listening to, sharing, recommending different guests for me to interview. I mean, just the whole thing's been phenomenal. I've loved it. And I'm excited to kind of step up the purpose of the podcast a little bit more into specifically with the guest podcast. How can I get more value out of those and helping those reach more people? And so that is going to be my focus over the next 3 months. We are going to transform where this podcast is at, and it's going to be exciting. So with that being said, I do want to make one last announcement here, and that is that I am still doing my event on November 2nd. November 2nd, there will be the Legacy and Wealth Workshop held at the Sandy Hyatt House in Sandy, Utah. It's going to go from about 8 a.m. to about 7:30 p.m. And so much value, so much going into exactly how the mind works when it comes to legacy, why it's important to deal with legacy, how money can sometimes trip us up, how we can mistake money for value, and in that same conversation, how we can replace that with wealth. And we might think, oh, we have a lot of money, so we're wealthy, but we're struggling in the other areas that we actually value as well. So we want to bring that in. Legacy and Wealth Workshop really help get you on a pathway to really gaining your legacy, identifying who you are inside, what message you want to share, and then bringing that passion, that fire, that joy out to the world and sharing that with others. So that's going to be held again, Sandy Hyatt House on November 2nd in Sandy, Utah. If you'd like discounted tickets, just reach out to me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you find me. You can get tickets to that, and I will give you a massive, massive discount. It's about 75% off for those people who want to reach out to me directly. You can go to legacywealthworkshop.com and get access and go through the registration process if that's the direction you want to go. But I'd love to see you there. Super excited for all of the lives that get changed. I just had the opportunity to speak at an event this last weekend, and it was life-changing. I loved it. Loved every second of it. Loved what I'm able to do and the areas I'm able to serve. It's not about me. It's about is there an impact happening in the lives of those that were able to be there. And the feedback that I'm getting right now is it was phenomenal, and they were glad they were there, and they grew a lot, and we're excited to meet with me in the future. So I'm looking forward to helping them achieve their legacy, and I'm looking forward to helping you as well. Really process through that, what it is that you want to accomplish, and help you accomplish that. So that being said, we are excited, ready to move forward, ready to launch into a new phase of the Fuel Your Legacy podcast, and move forward to really start crushing some more goals that we had set forth. If you wonder what those goals are, go and look on my Facebook. One of those goals regarding this podcast, though, is to have 240,000 downloads. We've got some ground to make up, which is a little bit of why we're shifting the structure to get more mileage out of the ones that we're doing, add more value. So super excited. Look forward to chatting with you guys in the future. And again, as always, if you have people that you think would be a great fit for my podcast, please reach out, connect us on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. I'd love to add as much value as I can. We'll catch you next time on Fuel Your Legacy. Thanks for joining us today. If what you heard resonated with you, please like, comment, and share on social media. Tag me so I can give you a shout out on the next episode. And thanks to all those who have left a review. It helps spread the message of what it really takes to build a legacy that lasts. Catch you next time on Fueling Your Legacy.